Okay, what am I going to do here? Okay, so first of all, guys, okay, make sure I'll have a class. See here, concentrate for one example. I have a class and the class name is father. Okay, what is the class name? Father. Open curly braces and close curly braces. What did you understand, sir? Class is a blueprint or a platform to store the states and behaviors of an object. And the class name which I've considered is father, right? So father is having one property, that is int, okay, age equals to, the father's age is 40. Okay, and what is the father's age? 40. So there is a class called as father and he has a variable called as age initialized to 40. That's it. Okay, now I'll have one more class. Okay, I'll have one more class called as son. Class son. Okay, open curly braces and close curly braces. Now here, father and son does not have any relationship between them. Okay, as of now, there is no relationship between them. But I want to achieve is a relationship between them. How will I achieve here? With the help of extends keyword. So class son extends. What am I supposed to do? The class name father. So I have to just write it as father. So what did you understand over here? Son extends father. It means son is inheriting the properties of father class. So this age is inherited into son. Why? That is called as inheritance. No, one class is acquiring the properties of another class. Son is taking or acquiring the properties from father. Okay. And son also has one property, that is string. I will initialize it to Tom. Okay, string name initialized to Tom here. That's it. Okay. Now here, after this entire process here, okay, I'll have my class wherein the execution will always start from. Okay, I'll have a class. Okay, test class or main class or whatever it is. I'll have my main method wherein the execution will always begin from. Okay, I created one more class wherein the execution will begin from. Okay, now here I will create an object of some class, subclass. Sun is equals to new son of. I have created an object of sun class, that is the subclass here. Therefore, when I tell new, okay, what is happening here? An object is getting created. And what is the object address? 111. And who is pointing to that object? S. S is pointing to that respective object. So I have created an object of sun. I need to store the sun properties. But since sun is having a superclass called as father, always the superclass properties will get loaded. So the age will get initialized to the value called as 40 here. After I'm done initializing the father properties, I have to then store the subclass properties, that is the name here. So the name will get initialized to Tom here. So what did you understand? You might have created an object of son wherein I have to store the son class properties. But since extends father meaning, I am inheriting the properties of father as well. So first I need to store the father class properties in the memory and then the subclass properties. Okay. Therefore, once I'm done with inheritance, it's done here. Now when I want to print it, I will just tell SOP, I will just tell s dot age, s dot name. I can also access the superclass property age plus I can also access the subclass property name here. So when I create an object of son, I can access the explicit property name and one property is inherited from father, that is age. So I can access both the properties when I create an object of son here. Why? Because he's the subclass and he has inherited the properties of father class. Got it? So this is called as single level inheritance. Why? Sir, single level inheritance meaning one superclass, one subclass. A combination of one superclass and subclass is called as single level inheritance. Clear? So this same example, I have to do it practically. Okay. So now here, I will create a beautiful project. Okay. And what will be the project name? New. I will create a new Java project and the Java project name will be inheritance. Okay. I'll just create a project called as inheritance. Okay. Now, so we created a project called as inheritance and then we created a package called as single level. Okay. I'll create a package called as single level. Under that package, I will create a class. Okay. And the class name is father. Okay. What is the class name? Father. That's it. So I have successfully created a class called as father here. Got it here. Okay. If you could closely observe here, I have created a class called as father. Done. So now here, package single level means there is a folder called as single level and public meaning everyone can access it. Class meaning blueprint and class name is father. So here father has a property called as age initialized to 40. That's it. Okay. I have a class called as father and that father class is having a variable called as age initialized to 40. Now I'll have one more class, control N. I'll create one more class called as son class. Okay, so I want to achieve easy relationship between them. Okay, so there are two classes here. Okay, father class and son class. I want to achieve easy relationship between them. So how will I achieve easy relationship? Easy relationship meaning inheritance. So how will I achieve? With the help of extends keyword. With the help of which keyword? Extends keyword. I tell extends what? I have to tell extends, the class name is father. So when I tell extends father, the properties of father class is inherited into son. Plus, son is also having an explicit property called as name, which is initialized to Tom here. Got it? So now here we got this respective data here. Now what I'll try to do here is I'll have one more class, control N. I'll create a class called as test class. Okay, inside the test class, okay, what I'll try to do here is see here, I'll have my main method wherein the execution will always begin from. Okay, so I'll create an object of son. See, son s equals to new son of. I created an object of whom? I created an object of son here. So now once I'm done creating an object of son, when son will store the son properties as well as the father properties. So I can access both. Okay, the age also. See, s dot age. I can access the superclass property also, and I can also access the subclass property also. That is name here. So now when I execute it, I will access both, okay, the superclass property and subclass property. That is son s dot age is 40 and s dot name is Tom here. So that way I can access the content here. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to place my cursor where the main method is there and then execute it. If not, it will execute the old data. Okay, the lastly executed output. See, regular output is 40 and Tom. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so now if I just remove this inheritance, if I just remove inheritance, there's no relationship here. This age will give an error. See, age is giving an error. If I just hover on it here, if I just hover on the error, age cannot be resolved or is not a field. It means that age variable is not at all belonging to son class here. Son has only one variable called as name, but age is not at all inherited nor defined here. So I have to achieve easy relationship. When I achieve easy relationship, it becomes easy, so that I can access the variable from the superclass as well. Okay, so what is inheritance here? Inheritance is nothing but one class is acquiring the properties of another class. Superclass, base class, a parent class, meaning who is giving the data. And subclass, derived class or child class is acquiring the data. Extends we use in order to achieve inheritance, and it is also referred as easy relationship. Okay, and only variables and methods are inherited, whereas blocks and constructors are never ever inherited in Java. And we saw different types of inheritance, and this example is for single level inheritance, a combination of one superclass and one subclass. So this is all about single level inheritance.